Hello and welcome to the Gen 4 series. We are here at Chicagoland for this one, and I'm excited. I like Chicagoland a whole lot, and we get to run the High Line, which is one of my favorite things to do on iRacing, and just, racing in general. But we are going to do qualifying first. We have also got a night race, which is interesting. Lots of grip out here on track. And we got a very full field. I think there's like 28 drivers in here, give or take a couple, something like that. So very full field here on Tuesday night. 2.5k strength of field, which is a little bit on the lower side, but I'm hoping we can still have ourselves a fun race. Interested to see what we can do here for qualifying. I think the track is going to be a little bit warmer than it was in the practice session, because we're not fully at night yet here for qualifying. Sun's still going down.
The leader's just done at 30.00.
Thankfully, we'll probably be able to do both laps pretty competitively, because we'll be getting a run to the line by default, running the High Line. So that's kind of a nice little bonus.
One more lap.
First lap in the books. Push it a little bit more here next time around.
Lap for right, 29.77. That lap was a 29.89.
Could probably do a little bit better, I think. Let's see what happens.
Just done at 30.01.
Probably could have pushed even harder. There was actually a lot more grip than I expected out here. Let's see what this gets us. 29.770.
All right, there's checkered flag.
Right now, just barely on the pole, but I'm sure there's lots of cars still waiting to put their laps in. I would like to do a practice pit in here just to get a little bit more practice with it, because it is kind of a tough pit road to get to. A little bit of a sharper turn into the pits than one might expect. I overshot it the first attempt or two in the open practice ahead of time, so another reason I want to try to practice that a little bit more. But during the race, as much as I would like to run the High Line, I think we're going to be running lower, trying to save the tires on this thing. Tire saving usually is a pretty big deal in this car. I mean, it can differ, but I found that whenever I just go for it, I'm usually in bad shape by the time it comes to get your finishing position. That wasn't too bad. I think I found a nice spot where I can start braking. Right now, our 770 time is holding up. Hopefully, it'll keep us there. At the very least, it's looking like we should get ourselves a nice starting position. As for my settings, got 12 to 1, moved my steering offset to 0, and then I got my brake bias all the way back to 60. I'm not sure how much we're going to be using that. I imagine if the car gets tighter, we'll probably use it at least a little bit on entry to help the car get to the bottom the best it can. Probably not all too much, though. So I'm not sure how much that brake bias is really going to matter if we're barely using the brakes anyway, but want to have it back there and ready if we need it. But here it is, yeah, 28 cars, full field. Hopefully we have ourselves a nice clean race despite all the drivers. I think it could be a fun one if everybody keeps it clean, and maybe we'll get some side-by-side and all that stuff. I'm a little unsure about how my tire saving is going to go. I don't know if I'm underdriving it, or if I'm right on the money, or maybe I'm even going too hard still. I tried to do a longer run in practice, but then a guy just goofing around decided to just pull out right in front of me on the backstretch, and then was like, "Oh, why'd you run into me?" Like, he was clearly just joking around. It's like, man, I just sat there for like 10 minutes doing laps so I could see my tires at the end of it, and now it's kind of ruined.
2000s. I'm going to go ahead and pretend like my feelings aren't hurt.
What did he say?
We don't have that data.
Missed what he said because I was yapping to myself.
Colton got me by 2 thousandths per pole.
Yeah, that was a close one. Good luck this race, man.
The strength of field is
My
Nice.
first lap in qualifying, I'm already loving this.
You'll
You'll
be
be
lining
lining
up
up on the
Should do really well
inside.
here.
Pit
Should
road
be
is
aiming for a
closed.
win.
I did one of these last
80
night. Super
laps.
fun.
The estimated strength of field is 2,500.
Okay, so we had a really close race for the pole
We
there.
expect to be fighting for the podium.
Dan in the number 7, 2 thousandths off. See, for fuel, we got about 48 laps on a full tank. I'll try to remember that. Really can't make it too much farther past halfway. So I guess we'll probably just go until we run out of fuel. Or are just about to, anyway. Hopefully we'll get some green flag pit stops. I think that could be some fun. But really not knowing what kind of... I don't really know what kind
We're
of
waiting on 2 cars to grid.
racing we're
You
going to
have
get here. If
2
it's going to be messy
additional
or
sets
if we're
of
going to
tyres
be able to
during
get
the
spread
race.
out.
Have a good race.
The draft isn't quite as huge as it used to be with this car, which is nice.
Okay,
can
rolling start.
Break away from guys a little
Stay
bit
in the
better.
whole row, the inside column.
We're going to save a little bit of fuel here. Never know if being able to stretch it one more lap
Miles per hour.
could be the lap someone crashes or
That's the
something.
pace car.
And I think if we're going to be trying to go until it runs out, it might be a worthwhile investment to save a little bit. I'm going to have to find out what gear I want to start in as well, though, too. It's going to use up some fuel, but that's important, obviously. Second gear seems just fine, not having any issues with that. Uh-oh, somebody just dropped out. What position was he? He was P8. That sucks. Awful time for that to happen. But we're going to have 80 laps here in the Gen 4 series at Chicagoland coming up. Love that Chicagoland is going to be back in NASCAR up in the upcoming season. I think it's a great track, and I'm glad they didn't abandon it. I thought for a second that we might not see Chicagoland again after it disappeared from the schedule, so glad it's here, and always going to be here on iRacing, which is fantastic.
Pace car is off. Be ready. Green, green, green.
Alright, went a little bit late, and I don't know if I necessarily meant to do that, but that's what happened. A little bit loose here in the first couple of corners, I guess, with the cold tires. I'm going to try to be patient with the throttle on exit. Try to get a good angle on entry, point it toward the apex, all that good stuff. I think early on, don't really need to worry about using brakes on entry. Just going to roll it in. It feels like it's turning in just fine without binding up too hard with the lifts off. I think we'll go ahead and do that. Making sure that we don't over throttle it on the exit. Not going to cut the apron here on the front stretch.
The guy behind has just done
Feels like it
30.26.
hurts the car a little bit when you do that. Or not quite that much gain, so not going to concern myself with that. The guy who started P2 is already outside of the top 4, which is a bit surprising. I wonder if the guys behind are driving a little bit harder. It does look like the 4 is approaching us pretty quick. I'm going to let him go, because I don't want to overdrive early here.
Alright, Colton, the fuel window opens on lap 38. It'll close on lap 42. We didn't record any pit timings. The fuel
Imagine he's going to be able to power around our outside if he really wants to.
New fastest lap for grades 30.20.
The car in P27 just set the fastest lap. 30.20.
Kind of just keeping it down by the bottom line, waiting on throttle, letting the left sides
That lap time was
get as close to the bottom as they can, and
fastest lap for KB,
The car in
30.12.
maybe try to get as much turn as possible on the throttle on the exits. Now got the 1 coming into P2. Again, I don't know how my approach is going to do. Whoa, easy now. I don't know how my approach is going to do. I don't know if I'm doing too much, not quite enough. I just remember that it can really be important not to overdrive the exits here in this car. Sometimes you can end up putting your right front just by pushing way too much pressure on the right front on the exits of all places. It's something that I've learned. I'm going to try to avoid doing that. Looking like the 4 got to the outside of the 1 there, and that slowed both of them down. They can do that as much as they want. I'm happy not having to be side by side if I can avoid it.
Lap time's pretty consistent.
I wouldn't be surprised if that guy that qualified P2 though isn't saving tires real well, and he'll be back up here before too long. I'm sure he's not too far back. Yeah, there he is, P6.
Your last lap time was at 30.62.
So far so good, the car feels fine. Only 7.5 laps in though. A little bit of brake there, I feel like I missed my turn in a little bit. Kind of got up on my spoiler there, got me a little loose on exit. That was interesting. I can't hear a word that guy's saying. Kind of sounds like a fast food drive-through speaker.
I can't hear what you say, 21. Just don't get in front of me.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Can you hear me
Y'all
now?
have number 21, extra fries, please.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
So far it's seeming like the guys behind us might also be just kind of riding. They were maybe looking to try to make some passes early, but now it's not looking like they're pushing too hard, kind of just falling in line behind us at the moment. I need to stop getting on that seam right there through the apron. It's kind of pulling me to the left a little bit. I'm going to end up wrecking myself. It's affecting the car a little bit more than I thought it would. But that's kind of the reason I don't want to take the apron. Because when you cut down low, you got to put a decent amount of wheel in it to get it down there. And then when you kind of transition back up to the track, it really unsettles it. This is interesting.
Bro, you come straight down on me. To avoid him, lift out of the throttle or go lower.
Yeah, angry people?
From that angle, you had to see him in
Too
trouble.
early for me. Can't make it on fuel, so... Too early for me.
Pit road is now open.
My fault, you turned right across my nose. But you're right.
Alright. People upset. Be interesting what people see what people do. I'm staying out though. It's too early for me. Can't make it on fuel, only 2 sets of tires. I don't think we're gonna make it all the way, especially if we've already got a yellow. About a 1/7 of the way through the race. Looks like other people are agreeing with me. Not seeing too many people come down pit road, if any. See if anybody does. Further back in the pack. Not seeing it.
And I wish I wouldn't have blown the start.
Oh, that's where the 7 went.
Car 17 got the lucky dog. Let them pass.
Apparently you
on
missed
the
at the start. We got a handful of people in the back coming in. They have really nothing to lose. Probably packing it full of fuel. Probably not taking tires this early, but you never know. Could be someone putting themselves on a separate strategy. Might work out. We, however, are not going to be coming into the pits. Like I said, a little bit too early for that. Maybe if we had more tire sets, but with only 2 and 1 set guaranteed to be needed when we pit for fuel later, we're going to want to save a little bit of that, so... No worries though, everybody else doing the same thing, and I feel like we've been doing an okay job of saving our stuff. We're going to have to do a practice launch here though. See if the older tires are giving us less grip on launch. I'll probably go a little bit earlier this time just to mix it up. We're fine. Surely it's not a first gear start. That would be kind of goofy.
1 lap to green.
Hell, he about already wrecked us before then.
Single file restarts here.
21, I was wondering where I seen your name, man. Me and you were battling it out for the points. That's what it is.
Got some guys battling for the points this season. I'm not doing too bad in Gen 4 without really trying to join any big strength of field races and stuff.
Name somewhere. I think it's me and you were battling it out for points.
This would be cool if we can get some more solid finishes here.
Man, I've just had some bad luck these last couple, like last weekend. That big thing, man.
It'd be cool just to finish on the front page of the overall standings, maybe top 25.
My last race here, man, we were running. I think I was running 4th. So I got 3,000 some strength of field. I went on a green flag pit stop and missed pit road, man. Fucked myself all up.
Get ready, going green.
Alright, getting it started again. I'm going to go a little bit earlier. Maybe catch him off guard.
The pace car is in.
Pace car is off.
Okay, Colton. The pace car has just left.
Green flag, green flag.
That ought to be a good launch. Got ourselves about 3/10 by the time we get to turn 1. Gotta be careful here though. I remember it was a bit loose. First couple of corners on the launch. Looks like we're good. Back into lifting pretty decent. Trying not to overdrive. I feel like I could probably be better about going out to the wall. I'm not always good about that. I feel like I could do that and maybe keep my steering wheel a little bit straighter. That'd probably do good things for the tires, right? Assume that'd probably be the case.
Yeah, good old aero loose.
Aero loose is definitely a thing in this car. Just earlier I was talking about it, the guy getting right behind me. You can definitely tell. When someone gets up behind your spoiler, it takes the air off of it and you lose that rear downforce. Suddenly your handling goes away. It's pretty cool. It's what made passing in these old cars a little bit easier. You get all the aero blocking in the modern stuff because you can just sit in front of somebody and give them the dirty air and they can't turn anymore. And the old stuff, you got right behind somebody and suddenly the guy in front lost the handling and they got loose. And that was the difference that made passing more possible. Speaking of, here's the 4 to pass us.
Keep high. Clear inside.
Just gonna let him go by. Not gonna try to fight that and hurt my tires.
The next car's the leader. The leader is running 30.4.
And a yellow. Maybe I should have fought
Yellow
it.
flag. Line up, single file. Pit road
Hey,
is
you guys
closed.
don't want to race, do you?
Catch the 4 car.
That's alright. Probably still too early to pit. Let's see, about 48 laps on a full tank. Yeah, still too early. Unfortunate we just gave up the spot. But no way of knowing that there was a yellow coming out.
Catch the pace car.
Didn't really want to push any harder than that. I was just running the same pace I wanted to run.
Miles
It
per
felt
hour.
comfortable on my tire wear. This car taking its sweet time. We're staying out.
Pit road's open.
They're giving us plenty of opportunity, though, to come in and try to switch up the strategy, but I just don't see it quite yet. Maybe about lap 30 is whenever I'd start considering it, because then maybe you might be able to save that fuel. We're still a little bit too far away for me at the moment. Maybe if we get another yellow after a couple laps, that would be our time to go. Take some tires. And more importantly, fuel, because that's what's going to really bring you to the end, possibly. Anybody back there coming in? I don't think so. Just the 20 and a couple more of the back guys again. Same thing as last time, I imagine, just filling it up on fuel because they can.
27. What are you doing?
Got more stuff going on back there. Got Denny Hamlin in front of us, I guess. FedEx. Or I guess whoever got FedEx after Denny Hamlin lost FedEx. I guess the answer is Hunter in the number 4. He stole FedEx from Denny Hamlin. Those are always some pretty sharp looking schemes. I liked the different variants they had, like that blue one. We've of course got a pretty sharp looking scheme ourselves though. Thanks to Barrett. The schemes he's made for a couple of my vehicles.
27. You don't just completely come to a stop.
Guess we're gonna have to take a look at that in the incidents later. Someone just stopping somewhere. I guess maybe on entry to the pits or something. There's been a couple issues recently in races where guys are having issues on pit entry.
1 lap to green.
We'll try this again though. We're gonna be getting started here for lap 23.
You're on the outside this time.
Oh, we got lap traffic on the inside. Interesting. Guess we're gonna have somebody coming on up. Guess that 27 that they were just talking about. Don't know if they were at fault or not, but they got in trouble with somebody. 22 looks incredible. I wonder if they mean damage, because looks like that's somebody that was involved in a wreck. But we'll get it back into second gear here, and we're going to be following the 4 this time.
Get ready, going green.
The pace car's in. Turn 4.
Pace car is
Pace
off.
car
Time
has
to
just
do your
left.
job. Green, green, green.
Alright. I feel like I got a pretty good start. I've got less grip than it used to, that's for sure. Not quite able to get through turns 1 and 2 on the launch quite as fast. Still going to try to save tires, because as far as we know at this point, we're still going to be going for another 30 laps, potentially.
Your lap time was 31.34.
Really know when we're going to want to come into pit. I guess about lap 50. Well, do we want to come in lap 50? Because that's when we were going to come in right about then originally, and then we got all these caution laps. Maybe like 55. But I don't want to get too close to the end of the race before we do that.
The leader is running 30.295.
Kind of a tricky decision on that one. But I guess we'll aim for about 55. Don't want to get caught
Absolutely.
with a yellow flag or anything. So far, still just trying to keep it easy, about 75% or so intensity. I'm sure we're not getting on the right front too much. I don't know how hard the 4 is pushing. Seemed like early on, at the initial start, he was going a little bit harder, but he settled in after that. Starting to use just a little bit of a brake on the entry of the corners here. Make sure that we're staying toward the bottom of the racetrack.
That last lap was a 30.40.
One coming up on us a little bit. Gotta stop getting that seam.
That was a
Hitting the apron right there.
30.53.
Interesting, the 1 taking the higher line. He says it's time to go a little bit faster. I don't know what I want to do.
The lap time was at 30.70. Okay, Colton, you've used half your fuel.
Leave a lane for him there. He'll have to run out of the corner.
Still there. Clear up top.
Not going to fight that too hard. In fact, I want to kind of try to follow him. I think what I want to do here is let him go, maybe go catch the 4 and race him a little bit, and then I'll try to pick up the pace a little bit once they've fought, potentially. No idea how my tires are looking compared to these guys, to be honest with you.
The car ahead is Henderson, car number 1.
The 1 does look like he's going to go catch the 4, though.
The leader is running 30.669.
One using a little bit of a higher line to get a run out of the corner and go catch him. Got 4/10 behind us to the 8. Not sure if he's catching or not. Haven't really been watching that gap.
You've just done a 30.86.
There goes the 1, looking low. How's that pass attempt going to go for him? Not going to happen. Not able to slide up in front of him. That used up a little bit of tire and used up some pace for both of them, probably.
That was a 30.85.
Happen to be side by side. So my hope is the 1 might try that a time or two more.
Fueling up now should get us to the finish.
You get those guys tripping on each other a little bit, and then that's when I'll start using my tires that I've saved. See what I can do. We are pulling away from the cars behind, it looks like. 0.7 now to the 8. Using a decent bit of brake on entry now.
That's good consistency. Keep
Car's
it up.
getting tight on entry otherwise. Four gets so close to the wall on exit, and I don't think it's because he's getting tight though. I think he's just using the whole track width. But I keep thinking he's going to go hit that wall. Looks like he gets close, and then he's fine. The one getting another run at him. Looking to close that gap again. Make another attempt at the lead. Ooh, the one in the wall hard. This car's not giving him all the grip he wants right now. Maybe he started pushing a little bit too early. It will be interesting to see when guys start coming into pit lane.
Oh, there it goes. There they go.
I reckon. Tires are starting to come in. Dang it. Tires were just starting to come in, man.
I don't know why he shoots the bottom on that, but...
Can't get a long run to save our life here in this race.
You really suck.
But that's going to be our first set of tires
Okay,
and
whistle.
fuel to get to the
That's all
end.
that coming.
I'm actually going to put my brake bias further back.
Really did, 'cause that whistle was well before the flag.
I see some tire tracks in the grass down there, so that must be the scene of the crime.
Let that happen.
This guy needs to get off of my bumper. We're slowing down for the pace car here.
I saw it coming too, but I thought he'd have the courtesy to let up off of that a little bit instead of shooting it 3 wide on the
Car
bottom
speed
like
is
that.
66 miles per hour.
Alright. Unfortunately, that lost track position was for naught,
bottom and he came on down. That's kind of on him.
because we don't get to use the saved tires that we saved. Felt like they were doing pretty decent. It looked like the run was getting tight and even got the wall that one time. So I felt like things were going to switch back in our direction if I started pushing at any point, but still never got above like 75% effort
If
there.
you have that much damage you need to tow, or you're getting protest, because I would like to pit.
Talking about protests, there's all kinds of stuff going on in the back of the field.
Yeah, the 20 and the 26, they just didn't go
Guy
at all.
needs to get off my bumper. Making me nervous.
Speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 50 miles per hour. Okay, Colton, we'll fuel you to the end of the race.
Let's have a good pit stop here.
Is pitting.
Make sure we're getting a full tank.
10,
Get as much rotation as we can get.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
You can't just push me on the pit road and expect to get in the box. I need a little bit of
83,
room.
88. So we were on the right front a little bit.
83%. Front left.
Not too bad.
Okay, go.
Yeah, they did that to me.
Be mindful, you only have
Right,
one
same
set of
spot,
tires
that's fine.
remaining. Line up, single file.
Got the tank full. No worries about fuel anymore. For some reason, we've got people staying out. They're not going to be able to make it to the end, so I don't quite understand
Catch
that
up,
decision.
one car.
The pace car is in. Turn 3.
They have to be assuming that we're going to get more yellows, I
You need
guess.
to catch up to the guy ahead.
Because even if they pit lap like 22, for example,
Oh, good. I just couldn't get over to my box. And then
they're not going to be able to make
Pace
it.
car is in. Turn
No
4.
damage, though, so it's fine.
That's a pretty big gamble to be making. But it could work out for him. Guy in the front, second guessing it.
The leader.
Head to pit
brakes.
road, so now we
He's
got 2 guys. All I ask is they don't spin the tires and wreck the whole field.
One lap to green.
Seen that one
You're
before,
on the
that's not
outside
fun.
This time.
I'm not going to be changing my approach at all, because as far as we know, this is going to go the next half of the race green. We're going to have the tires for that, so even though it didn't work out in the first half, you never know. We could get it green this time around, and those saved tires are going to be important. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to get a decent enough view of the guys ahead. These single file restarts, though, in this series could sometimes be a real pain. Guys have a lot of trouble with it sometimes. think it was at Rockingham recently we had that big disaster on a restart.
Sorry, Philip, I didn't see you.
That might have been the trucks or something, I don't remember to be honest.
Get ready, going green.
Same principle applies though. Sometimes the restarts can be a mess, but 40 laps to go in this race, second half coming right up.
Turn
Pace
4.
car is
Alright,
off,
Colton.
time to do
Pace
your
car
job.
is just left.
Green, green, green.
4 with a bad start.
Half distance.
I'm not taking them 3 wide. That would be not smart of me.
Car outside.
Weirdly tight right there.
Go low. Clear outside if you want it.
The 1 really slow. I don't know, maybe I got him loose there.
Halfway to the finish.
He had to catch it.
You've just done it.
That's fine.
We're 9-1.
Not in too much of a hurry. Trying to save our stuff. Don't have to worry about those 2 leaders at all, because they can't make it on fuel.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up.
Unless we
single
get
file.
200 more
Road
cautions to the
closed.
end, I guess. We can't race. Guess they could, maybe, if that happens.
Catch the one.
Love to be able
Car.
to do some green flag running,
Line
guys.
up single file.
That would be
Right, car
great.
number 1.
No yelling at each other there.
I got
Speed
back over
is
there.
66 miles per
6-star
hour.
paint scheme. You just stop.
Glad I'm not back in that mess, I guess. Right now, P5. And the Ford had some trouble getting through the gears or something, and the 1 was catching up to him, and I just kind of had to lift off for both of them. Because I was definitely not going to be taking up a 3 wide right
Pit road
here.
is now open.
Maybe on a green-white checkered or something I would have to, but not at all necessary this early in the race. Just about halfway. So I guess we'll try again. Trying to think, like, if those guys got a full tank at lap 22... I guess if we get a bunch more cautions, they could make it, but they're still on old tires.
Car 21.
Unless
Got the
they
lucky
took
dog,
tires,
let
I
them
guess.
pass on the outside.
On lap 22. But that would be pretty surprising. Who knows? Maybe this will work out perfect for them. If we can't get any green laps in, but I'd like to think that in the next, however, 36 laps, 35 when we go green, I think. I'd like to think we can get some green laps in by then, but it's not been great so far. I think the 1 said it earlier, like, I guess these guys don't want to race today. It's kind of how it's feeling at the moment. Still plenty of time for the second half of the race to be much better, though. Thankfully, I got a drink here. Keep me from losing my voice. Talking to myself for an hour and a half. These races can get kind of long when you start getting a bunch of yellows. Another thing I'm thankful that they seem to have fixed, iRacing did, is that memory leak issue that was getting some people really bad. I had made some changes with my graphics and stuff that seemed to have fixed it for the most part. But there were other guys like Kyle Knoll, who's also a YouTuber, and a guy I've had plenty of great races with. He was having major issues with that slowdown, and it was impacting his ability to race at all. So I'm glad that iRacing seems to have fixed that. We'll get another try out here.
Ahead of me.
This time be 35 on green. Pretty similar lineup to last time. Got the 7 behind us again. He's a guy that just barely missed out on pole next to us at the start. So we know he's going to be fast if he needs to go for it, so I have to keep that in mind.
Green.
But back on green here. Let's have a longer run this time, huh? I'm all about that.
The pace car is in. Turn
Pace
4.
car is off.
Pace car
Time
is
to
just
do your
left.
job. Green flag, green flag.
Alright, seems like a better start this time.
P5.
Inside. Still inside. Clear.
It's pretty tight there, but to be fair, I stuck my nose out there. Big lift off. I guess at some point I might have to question my tire saving, because are we even going to get enough green laps for that to matter? Got the 24 here on his older stuff. That 20 though, still been able to keep the lead. Older tires looking like they're holding up pretty solid right now.
70.19.
Ooh, the 24 hard into the wall right there. I'm surprised he didn't lose more momentum than that. Go ahead and try out the high line here and see what happens.
4 is now in the lead.
Not go crazy with it, but try to get a run. And he's going to be wrecking the 24. We're going hard. Around the outside. Didn't work. Had to lift off a little bit. It was nearly an accident right in front of us.
Car outside. Stay low. Outside is clear.
Okay.
Outside.
Now those
Clear
tires
outside.
starting to wear, it looks like, for those guys. Got the infamous Jeff Gordon T-Rex car right there, I think.
You're in fourth position. Outside. Clear up top.
Gotta be smart about how we do this. I don't want to use up my tire too much getting around him.
Outside.
But the more we get side by
Stay low
side, the
with
worse
car
we're gonna
on
have
the
to use
high
them.
side.
I'll take the apron here.
Still there, hold your line. Clear up top.
I'm gonna get clear of him. Not gonna be able to do it though. He's
outside.
still
Clear
there.
high.
They should be able to do it though. Alright. I feel like I need to get back in the rhythm here, get back to hitting my marks. Get the right angle on the entry, big lift off, keep it down to that white line, patient on throttle. Gotta remember all the things that I want to try to do here. What point do I start pushing? I don't know. Because if I go now, I think I might be able to get up to him, but then I'm just going to be in bad shape. I won't be able to be competitive with him. Nice that we're getting some laps in here, though. 27 to go now.
P3.
Feels like the track is trending tighter, to be honest. I don't know what to do with that information. It's kind of weird. You would think that the sun being down now, fully. The track would just be getting cooler, but I guess there's been more laps out on track here now. Track heat has built up.
Your last lap time was at 30.59.
It is a little concerning that the leader is 1.4 up already. Hopefully that means he's driving it a little bit too hard at the moment, and we'll be able to catch up. I'm hoping that the 4 will fall off, and then we'll battle the 1 when he gets there.
When I'm giving you the whole lane, dude. What a jack.
And that'll bring them both back to us, and I won't have to use too much tire to get to them. That's kind of how I'm hoping it plays out right now. We do have the 7 coming up on us, though. Gonna insert himself into that conversation. I say, well, you didn't plan for me, did you? Just gonna have to think about what he's up to as well.
Your lap time was at 30.74.
That gap to the leader has been holding steady. He's been at 1.4 for
Caution, yellow flag.
a little bit
Line
now.
up, single file.
Well,
Pit road is closed. Catch up 1. Sharp.
got another yellow. No long runs allowed.
14, I'm not too sure if that was netcode or not.
Race car
If
is
it
out.
wasn't, I
Line
am
up single
sorry.
Ooh,
I
dude.
Car number 1.
did not think I was that close to your bumper.
If not even that, if you get up even
pace
maybe
car speed
a quarter of a
is
car
66
length, you're gonna get
miles
them
per
air
hour.
loose coming off the corner. That's all that was. Like, I'm trying not to run up the track and hit the 24, so I'm gonna be a little slower off corner exit, but it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Just you get behind somebody off the corner exit, they're gonna get loose.
Pit
Those
road
guys
is now
before
open.
held on pretty darn well
You know,
on their
but
old
it's all right,
tires.
Don't worry about it.
So I'm going to lean towards
I figured
staying
the arrows
out
would
here,
have
I
happened, but I didn't
think.
think it would have snapped around like that.
Unless both of the guys ahead
Yeah, I was
come
trying
in.
to baby it coming off turn 2, but you know, I should have set up the 24
Man,
better
I'm
to pass from
torn.
there, but it's all right.
I don't know what to do.
23, did you say something to me earlier?
That's why I love this car, because that's the thing.
Leader Portal is pitting.
Pasta 21. Sharp.
Yeah, I need to race these more often. This seems
Sharp
really-
21. Got the lucky
Those guys
car.
hanging on like they
Pass on the
did.
outside.
Yeah, well, you understand how this
Makes
car
me wanna
drives.
stay
It's
out.
fun to drive, man. It's,
And
you
I'm
know,
really
air
liking the
loose
fact
is
that
the
we've
thing,
got a
air tight
handful of
thing,
guys
it's
sticking with us,
realistic
because
as
these
hell.
single file
You know.
restarts are going to leave those other guys pretty far back.
How did we just get a 4X? What the fuck was that?
I am all about this. I think I'm happy with this
Yeah, that
decision.
was-
We got a big buffer.
That was bullshit.
Now we do have the 7 on us. We know he was doing pretty darn well. And with how many yellows we've been getting this race, don't want to be behind as very many guys. We'll see how this works out, but right now we've got the lead.
I guess at least it didn't do no damage. It's fucking weird.
And I don't know if this thing's going to go green to the end. That might
I
help
had a
us
little
out. so
damage from
we'll
that.
see what happens.
Really? Yeah, like 5 seconds.
Interesting split decision, though, that's for sure. We're going to do just enough to try to stay in front of the 7 is what we're going to do here. Try to get a good launch at the start. Go just fast enough to stay ahead of him. Defend it if we need to.
1 to go. Next time by.
Hopefully we'll keep this track position till the very end. That is the goal. But there was a nice chunk of cars as a buffer. We got 7 cars between us and the 4, who was the leader. And the thing that made that decision for me was watching those 2 guys that were still out on 20 lap older tires or so. It was like 17 maybe lap older tires, and they were hanging in pretty darn well for a handful of laps. Our tires are going to be a little bit older than that compared to those guys, but that's 7 cars between who are all going to be fighting for position as well, so I think I prefer to be here than back there in the mess, because there's been a lot of mess this race. We've been able to stay out it so far. If it goes green at the end and those guys catch us, so be it. But I think I'm feeling more comfortable here than I would be otherwise. But 20 laps to go. We're leading it off.
The pace car is in.
Pace car is off.
Okay, Colton. The pace car has just left.
Green flag, green flag. We have a new leader.
Alright.
You're now in the lead.
Got ourselves about an 8/10 lead. We're going to be keeping a sharp eye out for those guys on the fresher tires to see if they start showing up. Not seeing them yet. I just feel like that was a lot of buffer that they're going to have to get around before they can get to us. We've got 18 to go already. Still working on saving the tires for the most part. I'm not just going to go all out. I want to be able to save a little bit of grip for if we need it later. Maybe trying to run the high line to make it hard for them to pass us if they get here. I want to have as much grip as possible to run up there and be fast for a little bit to defend.
You're leading. Your lap time
Take
was
it low, take it low.
13.52.
Uh-oh, there he is. P4, P3 is the number 1 car. They're pretty darn quick, but they are still 1.4 back. We have not tried to push yet. There's the yellow flag. Not what I wanted right there, I don't think. Because that's going to bring the 1 right to our back bumper. I don't know. It's going to take out a couple of laps as well that we needed to... that we were going to lose time. I don't know if that's good or not. It'll get us an opportunity to get a good launch again, at least. Really messy race, though. This has been a messy one.
Pace car speed is 66 miles per hour.
Definitely intimidating that the 1 is going to be right there. On one hand, we lose the bit of gap we had. On the other hand, we'll be able to get a launch again. Cool the tires down.
Pit road is now open.
Gives them a few less laps to catch us as we do some caution laps here. We're not coming into pit, that's for sure. Is it for sure? How many people do we have? We had 8 people that stayed out. So that was a lot of people that came in. Yeah, definitely not pitting here. We're sticking with it at this point.
Hey, Brian, did you say something to me earlier?
How many laps left are we going to have on green here? So this should be 2 to green. I think we're going to have 12 laps to go. Depending on how hard the 7 is able to fight the 1, I think that's going to be the deciding factor on whether we can pull this off or not. Heck, maybe the 4 can battle the 1 for position, and that'll hold them up. We know they're both on the same set of tires back there. We're going to need those guys to be held up a little bit, though. I think that is the fact of the matter here. We need them to be held up by something, whether it's the 7, whether it's them fighting amongst each other. Do I just start going highline from the start? No. But we go to the highline as soon as we need to start fighting for position, I think. We go highline as soon as we need to defend. I think that's what we have to do. I like going early as well. I think that's what's going to give us the best gap to launch with.
One to go, next time by.
We'll see what happens. 12 to go, and who knows if it'll even go green. Feels like 12 lap run's probably going to be one of the longest runs we've had this race with how bad it's been. That could be another thing that...
Well, I see a bunch of fresh tires behind me.
Huh?
Yeah, he's kind of quiet there.
Well, fresher than mine.
Yeah, you and Colton are on a different strategy here.
Yeah, that yellow was about the worst thing that could have happened.
With all the yellows out here, I didn't know if I wanted to be back there trying to get some green flag laps, but it's going to be close, I think.
Really not that bad mid-pack. I think it's the tail end that's having trouble.
About to go green, stay focused.
Alright, let's see what happens here.
The pace car is in.
The pace car is off,
Pace
be
car
ready.
is just left.
Green flag, green flag. The yellow flag is out. They want you in single file.
Exactly.
Closed, pit road is closed. Catch start 26.
Exactly what I was talking about.
Catch start 5, car.
Odds are improving.
It's exactly what I was talking about.
Catch the pace car.
I spoke too soon. I'll take the blame for that one. I thought the car ahead of me was going to go faster than me.
Pace car speed is 66 miles per hour. The pace car
Gotta
is
wait
in.
for that
Turn
green
2.
light.
I did wait for the green light, and I still ran into the back of him.
Alright, coming around, gotta get to the pace car. Looks like it's gonna be on the back stretch.
The pit road is now open.
The pace car is in. Turn 3.
Oh, it's all the way in turn
That's
3.
half fuel.
Alright.
You've used half your fuel.
Put the throttle down a little bit, make sure everybody's able to get to the pits if they need to.
Thought maybe taking a
Pace car's
month
in,
off
turn
would be
4.
good for me, but it's the same fucking shit when I come back. I think you just gotta hit the earlier races, man. I ran the one at 7 and...
Well, that's gonna improve our odds for
1
sure.
caution the entire race. That was like, oh, I think it was like in lap 2 or something.
10 to go, this time by.
Same situation as before. We got one car between us. And the fresher tires. Not discounting the 7, he's fast, obviously. But they got less laps to do it now. Wonder if we had tire spin or something back there. Maybe guys just running in the back
See that
of
back
one
at
another.
1 at the beginning and 1 at the end.
No idea. But we're going to have an 8-lap run to the finish now. Still have not needed to run the high line.
Tyler, you want to fresh set?
Me? I'm probably like 10 laps on.
Coming down to it. Running out of
Yeah, or
things
if you
to
get
say
that
under
done, I'll
these
let you
yellow
go.
flags. You get so many of them, you run out of things to talk about.
All right, appreciate it. When did you take?
2 cautions ago.
Stand your ground, Joshua.
We're probably on the same amount.
One to
then.
go. Next time by.
All right. Even more time for the tires to cool down. Hopefully we'll have some decent grip on the start here. We certainly didn't get that green flag run to the end. We barely made it to turn 2.
Exactly.
In fact, I don't know if we made it to turn 1. It was pretty darn
You got
quick.
it, buddy.
But I guess we're just going to try to get another early launch. See what the guy behind's doing.
That car's gonna be.
Yeah, he didn't look too bad to me. Thought he just spun out in the grass down there.
Alright, we'll try it again, see if they can actually get off the grid.
Safety rating at this point, I care less where I finish.
The pace car is in.
Pace car is off.
Okay, Colton. The pace car has just left.
Green, green, green.
Gave you a hell of a jump there, huh?
The gap to right behind is now 0.52.
What were you doing?
There's another yellow.
In single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
And the 7 is still in P2.
Hey, 24, man, what are you doing? If you're gonna...
What the heck was that?
What an awful race this has been.
Don't stay all the way to the top.
Catch up 12.
Pace
Hey,
car is
Dom,
in.
this is
Turn
funny,
2.
but I
Pace
guess
car
you
speed
keep time.
is 66 miles per hour.
That was ridiculous.
What are you guys smoking meth before you top down?
Catch the pace car.
It's that good old ganja.
Pit road is now open.
Alright, well,
That's not a surprise.
odds continue to improve.
It's not a surprise.
The pace car is in. Turn 3.
He just hooked the left on the straightaway. I have no idea what he was doing.
All right, time to go run Gen 4.
What was the strength of field of this one? Split.
2.5. -2.
Not 2.5k, just 2.5.
You want to know what's amazing about this? Last week at Daytona, there was always one caution every race I was in, and no big wreck. But at Chicago, we've had, what, 7 cautions?
It's a large number.
Yeah, I don't know if the 24 car is still in here or whatever, but like, dude, if you're gonna lax off on the fucking restart, man, you gotta go low, dude. Don't hit it right up to the fence. That's ridiculous.
Well, now we're going to have 4
Yeah, you
laps
gotta do what I did. Just
to the finish.
stay on the bottom.
I'm feeling pretty good about
Let
this,
them go.
to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, he did the fucking opposite.
They haven't
dude.
proven
He
they can make it a single
didn't go,
lap.
man. It stayed all the way to the fucking top, dude.
I feel like I have to at least give a little bit of a delay on the launch, or else
I have
they might be able to
full
start
credit
timing it on us.
here. See, I regret pitting now after getting spun out with all these damn yellows. I could have just stayed where I was at.
Pretty disastrous race, but right now it's working out for us. We're going to have 4 laps to the end if we don't get any more yellows.
First turn because my tires are old. And it suck. I'll stay high in the first turn. Sounds good.
One to go. Next time by. You got 5 laps to go.
Let's try this again.
Someone wants to spin out for a second.
Can we make it green flag to the end?
That is the question.
Everybody keep it tight on the restart so nobody gets the accordion effect. Let's keep it green.
I mean, I'm even going early, and that should theoretically help guys spread out a little bit, but it's not been helping
It
anybody.
takes that one person to try to guess the start and then slam the brake, and then everybody behind them just piles up.
Instead of guessing it, just go when the car in front of you goes.
That's too easy for him.
Come on, 25.
All right, let's do it
What is
again.
this wisdom you speak?
Final attempt, I hope. Whether we are able to pull this off or not,
What the?
love just to be able to finish it at this point.
Get ready, going
Fuckery
green.
going on back there.
It's a shit show, it's alright.
Keep it tight. Why are we
Race
leaving
car's
a
in.
second
Red
gap?
car is off.
Race car has just left.
Come on.
Green, green, green.
All right. Let's try this again. Through turn one, pretty solid. They're side by side behind us.
Glad you guys all made it.
Just gonna run high line at this point. We'll be taking the apron. We need every little bit of time we can get. It is the number one behind us now, 0.7 back. .6 back,
Let's go.
and a
The
yellow flag.
is
We will be
out.
getting a
Line up
green
the
white
single
checker.
file. Closed. Pit road is closed. Catch start 23, car. Catch start 27, car. This will be the last green white checkered course period. Catch the pace.
Thought I
car.
might have had that if it went
Catch
green.
start 23, car.
25. You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot.
What a mess, man.
Catch the
Man,
pace,
send me
car.
y'all's address. I'm gonna mail y'all a big box of crowns for Christmas, man.
Honestly, he's giving the 24 one for his money.
26, you're an idiot.
Everybody's an idiot. Everyone's mad at everybody.
What he did on the restart. He hung back, tried to jump the start, then he couldn't hold the spot. Then he gets mad. Then he wrecks himself. And then I
Race car
just
speed is 66 miles per hour.
Yeah, that wasn't me, the 26, dude. That was the
2.5 might have been generous.
oh, I know, Mr. Old Matt Kenseth's old paint scheme. that was the funniest shit I've
So
seen.
here,
You jump
it's all
the
going to be
spot.
about getting a good
You
launch
can't
and getting
hold the
enough
spot,
distance
and
to
then
hold
you
them
do
off
that.
long
That
enough.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Finish the green white checkered.
Pit road is now open.
Yeah, dude, he fucking was trying to jack that restart up, dude.
We're going to have
You
to
gotta
get a
learn
really
etiquette,
good
man.
1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, you've run into me 2 times already today. That's good etiquette.
I'm curious what the longest run this race has been, because it couldn't have been longer than like 12 laps. We could do so much better on a larger track like this. This is like Martinsville style.
Nah. This guys like the 25 is the reason why I've lost so much iRacing in 2 months. It's just, I don't understand it. Go to NASCAR 25. Go play that.
Yes, please.
I think they need heat 5 instead.
21 ignition would fit them best.
Well, go play that.
Alright, y'all, just been informed by NASCAR, anybody who passes me on the upcoming green white checkered is going to get a black flag and a trip to the NASCAR hauler, so watch yourself.
This has got to be a 1-split lobby, right?
I think it's 2, we had like 55 people sign up.
I'm a little concerned because I think the 7 got
I
passed
guarantee
within the
lower
first
split
lap
is
of
already
the restart
finished.
there.
I guarantee it.
Probably just take his ass out back and flop it, like they did RCR.
That's funny. I I can't believe that those texts came out. That was something else. The NASCAR texts about RCR. Well, this race has been a mess, but apparently NASCAR corporate's a mess as well. Be interesting to see how that trial goes this next month.
One to go, next time by.
Glad I don't have to deal with any of that. All I got to deal with is this green-white checkered. And this #1 car bearing down on me.
I think we just set our fastest lap pacing.
It's going to be all about getting a good launch. Have to make sure I can keep my momentum
Alright,
for 1 and 2.
for you, Timothy.
And then hit my marks
Can we finish the race
on the high
clean?
line the rest of the
You're
way.
not gonna gain any
Don't get into the
iRacing.
wall,
Finish
stuff
the
like
race
that.
clean, buddy. Okay? Let's just finish. I'm hungry. I want a beer.
Don't hang back on the restart. Get in line.
Well, this is
And
officially
it's
the last attempt, no matter what, whether they wreck on the restart or
I usually push them forward.
anything
hanging
else.
back.
This is going to be it.
Yeah. This guy's gonna fucking jack up the restart again.
About to go green, stay focused.
So here we go.
You need to close the gap to the guy ahead.
Comes down to
Please,
this. See if our strategy works out.
25 to go.
The pace car is in.
Pace
Turn
car is
4.
off.
Pace car has just left.
Green flag, green flag.
Alright, we're going to have a decent gap on the 1. Made it through 1 and 2, 4/10 ahead.
White flag, nice and smooth.
Gotta lead one more lap.
One more lap. Keep it together. We'll win this. That was 31.40.
Oh, he's right there. He's got so much more grip. Feel like he's gonna slide it here.
Car inside. Still there, inside. Still there.
Oh, he got us.
Got damage. Podium. Brilliant.
Ah, nicely done. Edge me out there. Nice win.
Good job. Very good
Good
job.
run, good run. Yeah, good race, good win. Those tires really didn't want to do it at the end.
Hey, that was a fun battle there, Dan.
Man, I don't know if there was anything else I could have done there.
Yeah, good job holding me off.
Maybe I could have pushed it a little harder through 3 and 4, but I think I probably would have still been okay.
Good job.
He was able to stop my momentum getting into my door, but that's what you do on a photo finish like that. So, I get it. He did what he had to do.
Front left. 91%.
I held him tight as well. I was thinking he might try to go down to the apron.
93%.
Previous
Right rear. 89%.
Man, 0.021 was the margin of victory. Exciting finish. But not in our favor, unfortunately. That should be it right here. So we got the run coming out of the corner. And we had it there. But you see, he came up and stalled our run. And that's exactly what he needed to do. Man, without the contact, I think we had enough run to get back in front of him. Ah, dang, man. Should I have tried to avoid him, maybe? I don't know, because if I try to avoid him and stay higher up the track or something, that gives him the opportunity to cut down to the apron, which is what I thought he was going to do. And I was going to have to follow him down the track. But he decides to come up, bang doors. That stalled the momentum we had out of the corner, and that was enough for him to get it. That's exactly what he needed to do, and he got it done. So good job to him. He had the freshy tires, and he needed to execute to get it done, and he did. P2 is just fine by me. We were the number 2 car. So that's where we're supposed to finish, allegedly. I'm still happy with that strategy we went with. I feel like that was safer, and I feel like we had a decent shot at it there. So, see what the tires were at the end. 82, 89. So we had a decent bit of wear on them compared to what they had, I'm sure. Just not able to hold on to the win. Dang. But it was fun. It was an exciting finish. I just wish we had more green flag laps this race. That would have made it a little bit better. But it nearly worked out for us for a win. But we'll see what some of those yellows were here now. Quite a few, so see what went down. Lap 3 of the 22, getting loose on exit, up into the wall. No yellow there, though. 26 gonna drive up right by the wall. It looks like he's okay, though. I'm not sure why he's so far behind already. Ooh, 21 up and into the 15. Pretty much just bodied him right there. Unable to hold that bottom line. Guy in the wall. And then the 13 just gonna run over the 9. So the 9 sees the guy ahead getting into the wall, so he has to lift off a little bit more to cut down the track. And I think the 13 there, you got to see the situation. And know that it's only lap 11. Like, you got to see the guy in the wall, lift off. And he's trying to get down low here, but he just runs into the back of the 9. That's on the 13. I think the 13 was defending himself there, but that's on him. I don't even think he got to the inside of the 9. I think he ran into the left rear of him. Yeah, I mean, the 9 has to avoid the 11 there, so I think that's a situation. Early in the race, you see something's happening, a dangerous situation, for the preservation of everybody. Better to just lift off and survive to the next corner. Probably already going to get a spot because of the guy on the wall, so... But the 9 taken out by that, and then I don't know what happened here. This is quite a bit after the wreck. Well, maybe not. It's still kind of happening. So they got the guy wrecking right there. Probably didn't see it until pretty late. Oh, he tries to avoid it. I think he probably got netcode hit right there if he didn't get actually hit. Ooh, yeah, he did get hit on the right front there. Ooh, the 22 blinking a little bit. I don't know if that influenced what happened to him or not, but he gets into the wall trying to dodge it. And unfortunately, there was someone there to catch him, the 25. Probably should have been able to slow that down. Got to be pretty frustrating for the 25. Hard to say without being in the car, but it felt like they had time to get that backed down. Ooh, then we have a front stretch accident. Actually, that kind of straightened out there at the end. So they're about 3 wide right here. I don't know if he's getting a call for 3 wide, but the 24's down like they're not 3 wide. 20's trying to leave a lane. That might just be a situation where the 24 didn't get a 3 wide call, even though they pretty much were. But still got to look before you put your car somewhere. He did get sideways enough to bring the yellow out. And the 27's just going to run into the 21. Of course, how did they get side by side? 21 going to go to the inside of the 27 there. I don't know, is the 27 just slow, I guess? I think if you get side by side, it's best just to get into the pits to avoid that situation. And then, oh my goodness, what a mess. They run into each other. The 27's just stopping. Again, you got to get into the area there where you can't be hit. He might be missing his box right here or something, but at least get into the invulnerability area and then back up. Otherwise, you're going to get that happening. So rough couple of laps there for the 22 for sure. 8's going to find some wall. Not too bad. 3 wide here, some netcode, but the 16 came up anyway. Wasn't really expecting to be 3 wide there, I bet, but ends up 3 wide and then just drifts up too far, even though there was some prediction there. Oh, wow, was that prediction code for the 6 into the 13? That's easily one of the worst I've ever seen. That's terrible. iRacing's got to fix this, man. It's an issue they know about and they're working on, but that's some of the worst netcode I've seen in a while. I mean, that's half or more a car length. That's pretty terrible. So that really sucks for those guys. I mean, that's a couple more people involved that weren't before. More pit road issues. Pit road has been a trouble spot. Was that 2 Reeses running into each other? Well, 2 come in a package, so... smashing into each other. I don't know if that's the 11 getting the 25 loose. And that's why he was slow on exit. I don't know. 25 pretty slow on exit. 11 catches him pretty quick. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. The 25 was definitely a little off the pace on exit, though. And the 11 not able to slow down for him. So, Kevin Harvick going to come up and wreck the 26. Was that a pass attempt? No, the 26 trying to pass on the outside. Maybe. So they're still side by side. And Kevin Harvick there just not able to hold his line. Comes up way too far. Pretty much wrecks the 26. There's the 24 on those older tires. Uh-oh, he got the wall pretty good there. That probably damaged some stuff. Those guys being able to hang on for a little bit early in the race is what made me do that strategy I did. Moving along, though, the Jeff Gordon T-Rex car is going to get run over by the 8. That might be a different tire situation because the 8's looking faster on exit, but he does just kind of run him over. I think you got to at least try to not run into the guy. And it didn't look like he really tried all that hard. I mean, I know the 14's getting loose and having to lift off. So, I mean, maybe that's why he caught him faster than he expected, but I don't know, man. Maybe that's an experience thing. Like, maybe the 8 next time will be ready, expecting a guy to potentially get loose if he's in front of him in these cars. Because that'll happen. Definitely gets you loose. More pit road issues. Pit road's been a dangerous place this one. Oh no. Oh my goodness. What happened here? So the 17's got to run. Somehow the 24 gets loose on the front stretch. I'm not sure how he did that. And the 17's all over him, though. He's not giving him any room at all. I guess maybe he got him loose on the front stretch. He's so close back to his spoiler. And then the 15, not able to slow down in time. Hard to say. I know the 17 lost a lot of momentum from the contact. Then the 24 going to have trouble getting going. This car has a lot of power. And those tires are very hot. And then here, I guess, starts the restart shenanigans. Oh boy. So what happens here? I felt like I was being pretty good about these restarts. Holding the pace speed and then just choosing my time to launch. Yeah. Just a little accordion there. The 8's going and the guys in front of him aren't going. Just a little bit of contact there. Oh boy. Some guy's just really not going on the start. We are green right now. I don't know what the 24 is doing. He is way off the pace. I don't know if he's just got major damage. But he is not going at all. And the 17 can't pass him. And then he's like missing a shift or something. I mean, it looked like he missed a shift again, maybe. And that's what caused the 26 to get into him. I can't really tell, but it sounded like he was having shifting issues or something. I went from pit issues to pace issues. Got a check up right there, and the 23 just not paying enough attention, I guess. And the 25 is going to dump him. Man, these guys just kind of lost their minds at the end here. I mean, he just no lifts him. He just runs through the back of him. I don't know how to explain that one, other than he just ran into the back of him. Wasn't going fast enough, so he just runs right through him. I don't know. .26 gonna get the wall. And then here's our contact coming to the line. So close. Just barely got me. Dang it. Man, I can replay this 1,000 times thinking like, oh, what I could have done differently, but I think he just did exactly what he needed to do. I needed to not make contact, and I don't know. Who knows, though, because like even though I have that momentum, if I take the longer way around, maybe he can just cut down low and take the apron. 1,000 different things that can happen there, but at least we still got P2. It was a fun race when we actually got to race. One gets the win. His strategy ended up being the correct one in the end, although it wasn't looking too good there for a minute with all those yellows. He's going to damage the rear end, though, so he can pass inspection. I'm watching you. I see that. Just kidding. Now we'll check the race results page. Every time I say that, I feel like I need to follow it up by, like, sponsored by Credit One Bank, or, like, sponsored by, I don't know, beef jerky. Something stupid. Not sponsored by anything, though. Here we are, race results page. 34 I rating gained. 2550 strength of field, much to everyone's surprise. We will get P2 and 152 championship points. Here it's saying the margin of victory was actually even closer. I think on the other page it said it was like 0.21, 0.021. It's 0.020. Very, very close finish. It was exciting. Unfortunately, wrong end of it for us, but at least we got to finish the race off under green and not yellow. The other guy on our strategy back to P6. Salute to you for helping hold him off a little bit. He got around him pretty quick, but he did his best, I'm sure, to hold as many positions as he could. Not for our benefit, but it still did benefit us to have some defense there. Fastest lap from the 17. Look at that. Going pretty fast off the rip. He had run into some issues, though, as well as a number of other guys, as we had quite a few accidents this race. Bit of a messy one. 9 cautions, 27 caution laps. You don't see that as often on the larger tracks. That's maybe like short track territory. But still a fun race to run when we did have the green laps, and I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll get P2 in this one. Exciting finish, but could have used some more green laps. Either way, I enjoyed it. Hope you did too, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.